Welcome to Days at Dogwood Canyon, a nature podcast brought to you by Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center in Cedar Hill, Texas. This is a podcast that will take you into our 200-acre wildlife preserve in the heart of the DFW Metroplex. Take a quick weekly break with us and get outside with the fresh air, the trees, and of course, the birds. My name is Kirsten and I'm Center Coordinator Community Programs here at Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center. Welcome, listeners, to our Days at Dogwood Canyon podcast. This is a 10-minute podcast about nature, birds, plants, and us. We'll talk about how we all rely on each other to live our best lives. Today's episode is about one of our smaller summer residents, the red-eyed vireo. The red-eyed vireo is considered a small bird at only 6 inches in length. They can be a difficult bird to see as they are an olive gray color on their back, wings, and tail. Their underparts are white, including the throat, chest, and belly. What might give them away is the thick white eyebrow that runs from the nares to the back of the skull. A dark grayish-black cap adorns the head, with the same color stripe accenting the white eyebrow from beneath. This black and white striped motif on the head can catch your eye on occasion. Both males and females look the same, and they get their name from their dark red eyes. Juveniles will have brown eyes with yellowish underparts. Red-eyed vireos are a migratory species that spends their summer in the Midwest and eastern portions of the United States and almost all of Canada. Winter is spent down south in the tropics of Central and South America. Some will even fly across the ocean to Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. In Texas, they can be found in east and most of central Texas during the spring and summer. They prefer mature deciduous woodlands with old-growth trees that provide stable nesting areas and plentiful resources such as insects and berries. These vireos can also be seen in suburban areas that have mature trees and gardens with native plants that support the insects they love to eat, such as webworms. This particular vireo has adjusted to eat an invasive insect that ravaged the East Coast years ago and still causes trouble throughout North America. The sponge moth, or formerly known as the gypsy moth. These little spitfires love a juicy sponge moth caterpillar, which is great that they have adapted to eat an invasive species. That doesn't happen very often. There are several species of vireo that call North America home during the spring and summer, and they are all small. One of the best ways to know if you have a vireo nearby is to learn their song. Each vireo has a distinct portion of their song that, once you know it, will clearly tell you who's around. When you hear this song, you know the red-eyed vireo is close by. Where can you see or hear the red-eyed vireo at Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center? During the summer and spring, starting in late April through August, you can hear them everywhere throughout our preserve. Whether you're sitting in nature play enjoying a picnic lunch, walking to the building from the parking lot, or hiking any of our trails, you can hear these little guys singing. One of the best places to catch a glimpse of this amazing bird is in our nature play area. If you sit at the picnic table and look up into the high branches of the tall trees, you can see them flitting through the open sky between trees. The other great place to catch a glimpse is in our canyon view area. But be warned, you must come with your patience bucket filled to the brim, because it might be a while before they make an appearance. Listeners, I hope to see all of you at Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center soon, looking for the red-eyed vireo.